Hi everyone, we are back with another war video today, and this is going to be war number 11, and we're going to be going up against ISO8. This is going to be a rematch. We faced them earlier in the season and lost on time, and this is going to be another close one. I think previous in the season we lost by like 30 seconds on time, so it was very close war. But yeah, this war I have I think 6 fights, and we're going to be having a couple interesting ones. This first one is going to be this Chavez fight here. I've taken a couple different matchups on this Node before with Omega Red that aren't usually his ideal ones, but this one I thought would be okay, but it kind of does go a little bit poorly. Here I was on top of it and was able to hit her after the first hit of her heavy. But with Chavez, obviously you kind of want to make sure you don't let her throw 3. We're going to knock her down here with a lot of spores. And the plan is to just stay close and let them tick away and just parry when we can. This one I was late on, so she does complete the full heavy. And now we're in a kind of dangerous spot where I can't hit her too much, especially while I have the dex buff on, because that'll feed her MD. So here I can't hit her, I'll push her special 2, which means her special 2 would be unblockable, since the last portal she opened was that negative zone. She throws another heavy, and now we're kind of cornered here. But I feel pretty comfortable fighting Chavez. I've done it a lot of times. But we're trying our best to just get her out of this and just bait specials. I'm trying to shallow dex, but I keep getting a full dex here and triggering the buff, which is not ideal. Here, we're continuing to get close. I think at some point I am just going to knock her down and go for it. Yeah, so here we're going to knock her down. And the plan is to just push her to her special 3 if we can, try and end short if possible. I am running an invul just in case because it is Chavez. Here we're going for the full combo though, and we get her close and we're able to throw a special 3. So a little bit of a sketchy fight. Yeah, Chavez didn't really play nice in my duels. It was much smoother. But I'm pretty happy with how I played and how I kind of pulled the fight out. And kind of, you know, adjusting my strategy on the fly, knowing, hey, we can just push her to special 3 if need be, tank it, and then just finish out the fight. I'm also pretty sure that Omega Red's tentacle hits don't trigger the reflection damage. I'll have to test that. I can't remember, so I think we would actually been safe from that as well. This next fight, we are going to be taking Nick Fury here. I've taken this a couple times now. Last one did not go very smooth, and it might have been against ISO8. But play this pretty standard at the beginning, and then once we get to his second life, we do have to try and heavy counter his heavy, even though he will be unstoppable. And there's a timing for it where he'll kind of block it, the second part of your heavy, and that kind of allows you, for your second hit, to try and knock him over. Although standard ground does come into play, but it seems to push him far enough back where you won't get punished. So you're going to see that coming up here. Bait this heavy. Right when he finishes the end of it, we want to let it go, and it pushes him back just like that. So far, I've been able to get my block back up in time whenever that happens. Try again. Second hit knocks him down. Unfortunately, it didn't trigger the degen, and there I was just really late with my own heavy. So that one was completely on me. Here we're going to dex into our special 2 to get the knockdown. And then he's at his special 2. We're going to bait it, do a full combo here and try and stay close. Get some damage there. Again, hit into his block. We have the Fury. Let the spores do some damage. And now he's low. We're going to dex into the special 1. And that's going to end the fight. So, nice and easy. Well, I don't know about nice and easy. The heavy timing I'm getting better at, though, so I'm feeling more comfortable with that fight. It's definitely not my favorite fight to take. These next 2 fights, we're going to be using Omega Red first and then Omega Sentinel. We do have the Precision Mastery off, as Attuma is a tactic defender, and we don't want him to get pushed to a bunch of special 3s. I believe I'm just running a regen here. I do have a special 3 defense boost in case the prowess does get out of control, but this should be a pretty straightforward fight. It's very easy to heavy counter his heavy with your own, as long as he doesn't have a bar of power, because sometimes he'll throw that quick enough where you get punished for it. But now I really just want to kind of throw heavies only here. Another heavy, lock in. As you can see, he's going down very quick. Here, I'm going to bait another heavy. We're going to lock in one more time, and that's going to be it. So, 30-second fight. Nice and easy for Omega Red. This next fight, we are going to be using Omega Sentinel, and we are using... Oh no, we have one more Omega Red fight. So, this fight is going to be using Omega Sentinel. I'm not going to turn on the Precision Mastery back on, because I have one more fight with Omega Red where I need it off. So this fight is going to be a little on the slow side. The other thing I do want to be very aware of is how many poisons I have on myself, and make sure I dex back as I start to stack them from hitting Toad. At the beginning I do a full hit combo. That's just to make sure I get my armor ups before I throw a heavy. Here we have a bunch of poisons, so you're going to see me back off, get rid of a couple of them. We're back at 3, so I'm going to back off again. And back off one more time. If you try and bait this out, we're just going to knock him down. If we can maintain the heal block, we will, but the most important thing is knocking him down. Here we're going to throw our special 2 to get some plasmas up to start getting some damage taking off. We're going to do a full light to try and lock in that poison. Again, you'll see me randomly start dashing back just to trigger it. The poison removal. And yeah, this fight's just going to be a little slow. Again, we just want to be safe, make sure we don't get... I think when you get up to 6 poisons, or maybe it's a little less, you will get passively stunned, which we don't want to happen. The good part is every time he does fly in a poison, our regen does trigger, so it is healing us up, which is a little bit nice. And here we're going to throw the special 2 and end the fight. So, a little on the slow side without as many crits. Again, also managing the poisons we're getting on ourselves, but super safe and simple fight, especially with Omega Sentinel being tactic. Next is this Node 48 Kingpin. I've taken this will be my 3rd time taking this fight this season. The first time was a little sloppy, second time went much better, and I think this one goes well too. Main thing here, we have the Wags pre-fight, basically parry, do our 1 hit, standard Omega Red as we build spores. Once we build up a lot of spores and we lock in, we just want to use heavy only to keep those spores rolling basically. There, I could have probably played that a little bit more to get a little more spores up, but, you know, 28's plenty. Here, again, only want to do heavies, basically. We are getting some unfortunate prowess luck, or critting luck, that's causing him to get prowess, but not a big deal. One more heavy. Bait this out. Again, just get a slow play. Parry, get another heavy in. And I think if he hits us here, we're going to go for it. No, yeah, he just dies from the degen. So that ends Omega Red's war, and yeah, that fight, super smooth again. It can get a little scary if you get crits or if he starts to throw a bunch of heavies, but that went super well. This next one is another fight I've taken plenty of times with Omega Sentinel. We are going to throw on a tech. I think I had one that was about to expire. Really, we're only going to throw a special if it gets close and we get into a bad situation. We'll throw our special 3, but I don't really want to do that. And we're going to use a combat regen here. No need to waste an invul as we're getting low at the end of the season. And this fight's super simple. We're going to do full hit combos until he goes over a bar of power. Once he's over a bar, we're going to shorten up and just do 4 hit combos and then hold block. We don't want him to throw his special 1 into us, because then we'll get incinerate damage on us. So it's going well here. We are also going to push him to special 2s, and we're not going to try and dex out of the tail end of it. Absolutely no reason. This is the last fight. We'll just take it all into block. So here it comes. Block the whole thing. Hurts a bit, but you know, chip damage doesn't matter here. Full combos before he gets over a bar. And then I think at one point he does throw a special 1 into our block here. Yeah, right here. We clearly had the block up. He decides he wants to throw it. Now we just want to dex out of it. Here I was late with the dex. So we do get incinerate on us, which took off a pretty good chunk. I think it took off 10% of our health. So we don't want that to happen again. But now we're back in it. Again, 4 hit combos. Hope he doesn't throw specials into our block. And yeah, this fight's simple. It's long. It can be a little scary if he throws a special 1 into your blocks. if you somehow eat a special 2, it'll be very scary. But this is going to end the fight. And yeah, that's going to end our war. So 6 fights, 6 kills, no deaths. So pretty good war from us. And we do unfortunately lose again. 9-10 is the final score. Not our best score. We had some rough deaths. But this does put us in a tight spot where we basically have to win. Not basically. We have to win our final war or we will not finish Masters. So we're going to be obviously boosting big, trying our best to go deathless this war, or keep our deaths very low, and we're going to have another rematch against Chaos. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching.